What is up, everybody? I am LT and I'm an alcoholic addict.
I am Felice, a wife of an alcoholic addict.
Let's see what we got in the comments today. Hello, Michael Teeter. Hello, Des. Hello, John. Hello, Alicia.
What up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT, Big LT, and I'm an alcoholic addict.
I'm Big Felice, married to an alcoholic addict. That was like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That was too cute. I'll have to post some pictures of that one. Yeah, tonight we got a good show for you. My niece. Yeah, we're definitely going to try some Vegemite. We got
A toaster and some bread.
got a toaster down here. So we're going to toast some bread and
Great.
butter and try some Vegemite. I think Jake's going to jump into the stream later on towards the end of it. Cassie may not make it. She's having car troubles, and we don't know if she's going to make it tonight. But my niece, my big brother's daughter, she's going to jump on about 8:20. She does some INSEE stuff. I don't know what it is. And she said, hey, can I come on and tell people about it? I was like, yeah, sure. You can come on from like 8:20 to 8:30. Let us know, and we'll drop your link.
Oh, that's
So
sweet.
that'd be cool.
We
Well,
got,
I better send her the
we
thing.
got an
huh?
invitation or something from her in the mail today. I didn't open it. I should have opened it.
Yeah, I better send her that link. But yes, that's what we got. And then we're going to go, in between all them little segments, we're going to go through this book we've been going through called It'll Never Happen to Me, Growing Up with Addiction as Youngsters, Adolescents, Adults by Claudia Black, PhD. And today we're going to go through Don't Trust. Does anybody have trouble trusting people? Opening up. John V, thank you so much, brother, with the
Thank
super chat coming in with the
you.
big tune.
For the newest interns, we'll make sure they get a snack.
We'll buy them snacks on the way home. Snacky snacks.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so trust, man, it's a tough one. And kids, when they grow up, not being able to rely on their parents and trust. So I'm just going to read a bunch of it because a lot of it is just a bunch of examples of people. And then there's some really good stuff. I mean, even one of the questions in the Discord kind of gets hit in this chapter. And then there's a good life lesson for parenting. I mean, if you have had children watch you in your addiction, as I have, I've had 4 of them. 2 of them now are gone and left for Washington to live with their mom. I'm sure they didn't trust hardly anything. I was never dependable, or I wasn't there as a father. You know what I mean? I was distant. I didn't give them the attention they deserved. So we'll go through that all through this on this book. But I'm glad everybody's here. I'm glad it's Tuesday. It's a power's back on. Wind is, everything's getting kind of back to normal here in Utah as far as that goes. The plans here at SOAR are awesome. I'm going to keep posting our SOAR videos that we make here on this YouTube channel so that you guys can keep up with what we got going on. Jake Brown is a flat earther, and that's one thing that sets him apart from the rest of the world.
I'm
And
with Aubrey.
I think it's great.
I don't trust Teletubbies either.
Teletubbies are
Do
creepy.
we not trust tacos?
So I'll let Felice say hi to
Is
everybody.
that what's happening here, Cherie?
Can I-
Oh,
can I-
where's my deal?
I want to add something about trust. Trust is like a piece of paper,
Okay,
a
there-
flat, brand new piece of paper. You crumple it up and uncrunkle it. It'll never be
it's
that
down.
same flat piece of paper ever again.
That's true, Linky. That is true about
Looks
trust.
like Link caught most of you on the hellos, but we'll go through it again. We got Merc creeping, winner.
Cheers.
Sky's not very happy with you. Hello, Sky. Christine. Who else we got? We got happened to my phone within the dives. Teeter. Hello, Mr. Teeter. We appreciate everything you do, sir, and we
Yeah.
love you.
Oh yeah, we
Lish.
got to talk about what Teeter has planned for Recovering Addict as well.
Yes, John V. What is up, Australian friends?
Desmond,
You're gonna watch us eat some stuff today.
Yeah, we're gonna try it.
Cherie, hello. Who else we got? Jake is here. We said hi to Jake. Aubrey, Grandma T. Hello.
Hey, Mom.
We love you. Steve Sherwood, good to see you.
Hey,
what's
Steve,
up,
what's
Jeanette?
up, brother? Jeanette in the house.
Yep.
Rainer.
Tacos for snacks. Yes, please.
Yes,
Today
please.
was Taco Tuesday, and so I've never gotten this compliment before on tacos, but
Oh, yeah.
today I got a compliment, and they were the best tacos that they have had ever.
Nice.
I know. We added some extra seasoning because they gave us bland meat, so we had to add the asada seasoning, and we put it on the chicken too. And everybody's like, "There was something different about these tacos today." they were loving it.
Speaking of compliments, I got a compliment at school today. The kid on the other line at lunch said, "Hey, that kid's cool."
Oh, Linky got complimented at school today. That's cool.
Aw, proud mommy moment.
Good job, buddy.
Hello.
All right. So what should we do? Should we
Raina?
read something real quick, or
is
what
up,
am I feel like I'm
Tracy?
missing? I feel like I'm missing something.
You have your daily reflection
Oh yeah,
thingy.
the 24-hour from Kindle. That's what we're missing. So let's get into our AA thought of the day. What is the date? I don't even know what the
Not
date
the
is.
16th. That's what I said. 15.
15th. Wow.
Linky
geez.
knows.
All right. The AA thought of the day is we all realize that we know only a little. God will constantly disclose more to all of us. Ask him in your morning meditation what you can do today for the person who is still sick. The answer will come if your own house is in order. You see that? If your own house, how is your house? Is it in order? See to it that your relationship with God is right, and great events will come to pass for you and countless others. Give freely of what you find in AA, but obviously you cannot transmit something that you haven't got. So make a life study of AA. Here's our question. Am I always looking for ways of representing and presenting the AA program? That's a good question. And then our meditation of the day is in quietness and confidence shall be your strength. Confidence means to have faith in something. We could not live without confidence in others. When you have confidence in God's grace, you can face whatever comes. You can rest in the faith that God will take care of you. Try to rest in God's presence until his life power flows through you. Be still in that stillness, and be still, and in the stillness, the still small voice will come. It speaks in quietness to the human mind that is attuned to its influence. And then our prayer of the day. I pray that I may find strength today in quietness. I pray that I may be content today that God will take care of me. That's a good one.
I do like that.
I really
I
like
like
that.
the confidence. Hey, up.
Welcome to everybody that just joined us. This is Recovering Addict. 2 times in my life, I have hit rock bottom due to crystal meth. 1 time, alcohol due to the other. Went to an IOP. Actually, had to check in myself into detox. I hit rock bottom. And then I went to an IOP for 5 months, and I'm currently still in an IOP, but I'm transitioning. I got my peer support specialist certificate. So now I'm kind of just dabbling into, group support and all that kind of stuff. I love it. The main thing I got out of being a peer support specialist is instilling hope in other people. Look, I've been there. I've done that. And guess what? We can have a better life without it. That's really encouraging. So I just,
That's where a lot of joy comes from.
Yeah.
Is watching people see that hope just manifest in their eyes.
Yeah, they see that hope and they want what you got. Do you got that hope in your eyes right now, y'all? How's your program? How's your character defects? You guys been taking your inventory? You've been practicing your step 10? If you're wrong, are you promptly admitting it? Are you checking your knee-jerk reactions and trying to counteract them with positive tools that we learn? Are we taking it easy? Are we processing things? I know Teeter had a tough time, but he's doing really awesome. And he's working his program. And on top of that, he's staying sober. Marcel, what's going on?
It's been
So
a
your
while.
house. It's been 61 days into my sobriety and feeling good. 61.
Atta
That's
girl.
bomb.
That's amazing.
That is bomb. All right.
And shout out to
Vegemite
Granny
is good
Kitty.
on cheese,
Hi,
it
Granny
says.
Kitty.
Granny Kitty's in the house? Right on. All right. So I'm going to let Link start preparing the bread and all that kind of stuff while I jibba jabba. And I
Here's
just got
the
a text from
toaster.
Jake. Let's see what he said.
It's my little toaster. I don't know where you're going to plug it out of there. Hi, Petey. What's up, Sunray? Yeah, we're going to try this Vegemite. Vegemite in a tube.
Just put it on one,
Just do one.
and then we'll
We got-
all try it. We'll cut it into quarters with this knife. With this knife right here, we'll cut it into quarters and give it a try, mate.
Let's open up this.
Mate.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. All right, so I'm going to get into
Let's
this
get
book a
on
little bit real
cheese.
quick. Actually, we got about
Cheese.
4 minutes. But this book we are in is Don't Trust, right? That's the point we're on. We are going through, when you're raised in an addictive family, everybody gets a role. It's not really like assigned to you. It's a survival role. You know, you become the kid that's responsible, or you become the kid that kind of hides, or you become the kid that acts out, or the placater who's trying to take care of everybody's emotions. And then inside of these roles emerge. And don't trust is one of the things that happens to us as we are raised in a life of addiction. This says, I am always on guard with people. I want to trust them, but it is so much easier to just rely on myself. I'm never sure what other people want. So how do people feel out there? How do you all feel from the life you lived, the childhood you were raised in? How are you with trust and trusting other people and letting go, and or even opening up to people? How do you guys feel about that? Oh, the beautiful Millie. She's dead.
They're giving us advice on how to do this. Does one of them maybe want to come on and walk us through it?
Who wants to join us and tell us how to spread the butter? You got to be from Australia, mate.
I think,
What is it? MM.
no, not Aubrey. Yeah, Sheree should.
If you're from Australia, and Jake, there's the link in the description. That's the one you'll click when you join us here in a little while.
Hi, Katie.
Hey, Katie. She doesn't trust anybody. Why? What do you think drives that? Do you think it was the lifestyle you lived, or do you think
We've just been burned too many times.
too many burns? Yeah, the life that you lived, or what? So yeah, we're gonna get into that. Click that link if you're from Australia. Get on here and show us how to eat this Vegemite that's about to pop out of the
I saw
toast.
on there warm golden toast.
So don't burn it.
I see.
Check it.
Kid Sheree?
Yeah, Shree's gonna come on.
Woo!
Shree's gonna come on and let us try.
It's
The
almost
Vegemite.
ready. Cherie, my sister. Red beans and rice did miss her.
Her device is not connected. She is back. Oh, here she
Oh,
goes. Oh,
there's
Sunray popped in. Yo, what's up,
What? Are we
Sunray?
gonna have multiple Aussies on here.
Wow. Yeah, let's get some Aussies in here. What's going on?
Aussie. We need the Aussies.
Hey,
What's going on, brother?
Chill. I just saw that Vegemite and I was like, amazing. I prefer it with thick butter and a smidge of Vegemite.
Thick butter.
Thick
Thick.
butter.
And then just like 1 millimeter Vegemite. But Cherie was saying, nah, lots of Vegemite. So we'll see.
Like thick butter. Like this is is that thick enough? Can you
Hang on
see
a
it?
sec.
It's pretty thick.
There's a lot of butter on there. I love butter.
Can you see it?
Okay, there's a
Hang on,
Is
hang
that
on.
a smidge? Is that too much?
Wait. Let's have to screen it. That's heaps. Whatever's
heaps?
there. I like that.
Oh,
I
that's
like that. And just spread that around.
And then just
That would be a little for a lot of people, but I like it like that.
It doesn't spread. It's just stuck in the middle. It looks like a poop stain.
Come on, why are you making fun of the Aussies?
Well, look at it.
Kind of does.
Maybe I should have put a little bit. Oh, whoever gets the middle, man.
Darn.
Oh,
I just want that.
Have you guys heard of Marmite?
is that
I've
what
heard
it's
of it,
supposed to
yeah.
look like?
Yeah, that's a British one.
All right, let's try this. Let me try a piece of this.
I could've
Where's
put it.
Cherie?
Yeah,
She
Sheree.
popped in, but then she bounced out. So there's the Vegemite.
Yep,
I'm gonna go right for it.
right for the juice.
Watch him spit it out. No, just joking.
That's different. I can't even describe it.
It's like beef butter.
Beef butter. It's what's for
Salty.
dinner. It's like, yeah. I don't know. I can't describe it.
It's like Vegemite and butter.
It's like you're licking
Oh,
bologna
nicely.
almost. It's like liquid bologna.
It does taste like bologna.
You could
You
try
guys
a piece with thick Vegemite and then see what you think.
I don't think I
it's
would like
real
it if it was
thick in the
thick.
middle. It does taste like bologna.
Millie don't like it.
It is delicious.
Do you guys have bologna in Australia?
Link loves it.
Yeah, I think so. We call it luncheon
Liz
meat,
is throwing up.
I think.
Do you want this big old thing?
Hey,
piece
Mark,
of
you're
bologna?
right, mate. It instantly gave us an Australian accent.
Ah, yeah. Right? We're Australians now. Give me a drink of that Dr. Pepper. That's more like
Kangaroo goes dancing across.
the kangaroos.
This turned into Fear Factor. This is definitely a different show tonight, y'all. So just hang in there. We'll get back to our regular scheduled book studies as soon
It
as
didn't spread like peanut butter.
life kind of spreads back. Spread it like peanut butter.
It was more like a blop.
All right, Sunray. Thanks for coming on,
All
brother.
right. Thanks, everybody.
Peace, man.
Cherie, you can still say hi.
All right. You know what time it is. Our Discord question of the day comes from Brittany, who's doing awesome. You saw that post on Facebook, I'll bet you, where she's got, what was it, over a year sober? But here's what she said, and I'll have my kids stay here while they're quiet. She says, how do you all talk to your children about addiction and the choices you made and the choices you are making now to change? The way that I've been completely honest. Obviously, it's age appropriate. You don't want to talk about your war stories. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I tell myself. But Link and Millie and my two older boys, they both know full well what I was doing. They know that I was addicted to alcohol. They know that I was a distant father. They know that I acted like a fool a lot of times, or I was mean. And I've had to sit down and, just like Felice, she didn't understand what addiction is. Neither did the kids, especially the kids, because they don't. How would they know? It's their first time seeing that kind of stuff. And the more that they learned, the more they understand. Obviously, I'm not going to tell them the crazy, gross war stories of some of this stuff, but they saw the fights. They saw me falling down and saying stuff that I shouldn't say. And I took them to, in the IOP that I went to every Thursday night, we had family group. We would sit down in groups of families under this counselor, and they went there with that, and we talked about it openly and honestly. These guys got to learn. They go to AA meetings with me. They go to NA meetings with me. They're around recovery all the time. It's always being talked about, and especially in this world, we're just recovery 24/7 now. But that's how I handle it. Just open and honest, age appropriate. And then they see the changes, and I try to let my actions speak louder than my words, because my words meant nothing a year ago. And so I try to be more present when I'm with them, give them my full attention, just to change I try to do the exact opposite of what I was like when I was an addict and an alcoholic at this point. And then Tiara, she kind of answered the question as well up in the comments. She says, it depends on how old the child is. The way I explained things to my child when she was 5 were different than the way I explain things now that she's 8. I just try to be open, honest, upfront with my child. Anything she feels the need to talk about or ask, I do my best to help her understand. But mostly, I try to show her how things are different now rather than trying to explain it. And another good way to do it is if you are take your child to an AA or NA meeting. You're the parent, you decide what you want to do. But we will see other addicts around, right? And talk to other addicts. And I try to instill in them, all 3 of them, all 4 of us, empathy for the addict and what they're going through, and try to show them the person behind it and the family that still loves them, or the husband and wife that are, split apart, and just the pain. I try to show them the pain and then show them the humanity that we can love and empathize and be sensitive to and love these people, because that's what we got to do. We were we were those people, And
if you're like me, the wife or husband of someone who's in
Bye,
active
Jeanette.
addiction, because I had to explain a lot of things to these guys while he was in active addiction and talk them through it. And it was just honesty without speaking badly, just explain the situation and not in a hateful way. I think I did okay doing that. Like I probably cried a lot. We probably cried together a lot. But
Yeah.
we would talk about it when he was drunk or passed out. I'd be like, Dad's gonna be okay. We'll talk to him in the morning.
Yep.
Just those kinds of things.
So just be open and honest. And you're the parent. You decide how honest you want to be with that child. And I think the more honest, I mean, what does chapter 5 of the big book say? Rarely do we see somebody fail who is capable of being honest. And that's being honest with yourself first. And then, step 4 and 5, you got to be honest with yourself, God, and a sponsor. And you might as well just be as honest with them. Tell them the truth. That kids see through crap, especially when they've been drugged through crap. They grow up real quick. They know. And they're going to see right through your BS. That's all we've been good at is BS. And so it is 8:21. I got my niece backstage. She's going to get on here and tell us about this stuff she's up to. This is my little niecey.
Hi, Casey.
Hello.
What are you
How's it
doing?
going, guys?
So this is my oldest brother. Well, my only brother.
My oldest only brother.
His oldest daughter, who is with child. She's preggo.
Oh, baby. Boy or girl?
Baby, girl.
Oh, my gosh.
20 weeks today.
Oh, so fun. I love babies.
Yep. How are you guys?
We're doing awesome.
Good.
We're freaking doing awesome.
Got the kiddos. Hi.
Hello.
Fun stuff. Well, thank you for bringing me on.
You're welcome. What did you want to talk to us about?
I got a couple things behind me here I put on display so they kind of had an idea.
Oh,
But I do
cool.
custom calligraphy and custom signs in general. And I sent you a couple links, but I recently started my Etsy shop and I'm doing custom gift baskets now. And I thought this one was fitting.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so this is one of my examples. It's a gender neutral baby shower gift basket. So I
Oh,
just
nice.
started launching those gift baskets on my Etsy shop to kind of just expand my creative, inner self. So I thought that was tons of fun. And I was telling you and Grandma about it the other day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super excited that you brought me on to kind of talk about it and show off my creative side.
You're very creative.
Yeah,
Look how
that's
good
really
those
good.
The artsy
Now-
fartsy in us.
are. Right. So do you make things to order? Like if somebody was like, hey, can you make this for me?
Yeah, almost
Like-
every single thing I make is to order. 110% custom. Everything I literally have hardly anything in my shop that is already done and can just be shipped out. Everything is made to order. I'll post like examples of it on Etsy and on my website and that kind of thing. And then when you go to check out, it asks, what would you like for your custom design and that kind of thing. So,
Grandma T's watching.
hi, Grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma.
So say I'm an addict, right? And I'm an alcoholic, which I am. I go to your website here that I posted in the links.
Uh-huh.
I can make something to order like the Serenity Prayer or We Recover
Absolutely.
Better Together or Recovering Addict. And you can match fonts and all that kind of stuff too.
Absolutely. Yep. I can do just about anything. All of what you're seeing here behind me is my calligraphy myself. So not like stencil work or anything like that. Everything is by hand. And that's the coolest part too, is like where you're saying if you wanted a certain font, I can 110% make that happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And I've
We're gonna have to
done
order something.
paintings
Yeah.
as well, oil paintings and realistic cartoon, you name it. I can literally do anything. It's so much fun. So I actually just took on an order today, had someone ask me if I could do it in a different language, and they gave me Arabic.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah. So, and you have to think that's a ton of different lines. So, ton of different little tiny lines, little tiny details. And I'm taking on that. It's going to be fun.
That
That's
is
cool.
awesome.
That'd be a good
So-
way to do a 1-year plaque or thing.
We're doing a fundraiser here shortly. So how fast of a turnaround do you have on your obviously shipping and stuff takes forever, but what is
so
your
currently 2 to 3 days from when you order, I'll have the product made and shipped. And
Okay,
then
so
Hey.
ships pretty quickly right now,
All right.
even with everything going on. I've been getting product to people within 3 to 4 days.
okay, so
Yeah.
we're doing gift packages for our fundraiser. I haven't quite revealed it to the audience yet, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to order something from Casey. It'll be something to do with our brand, and then if I put that in that Who's 15, is that right?
Yeah, 2 O's.
Oh, 2 O's.
Yep,
Let me-
because I'm obsessed with owls, and so who's an owl is my logo.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me fix that real quick.
Yep.
Boom. So if I
There you
so
go.
and then I'll get 15% off. And anybody
Yep.
else that clicks the links that we put in the description, puts that in, will get 15% off too.
Yep, and that's on Etsy or on my website, and everything's custom. You can direct message me if you don't see something you're looking for. If you want a custom sign, literally everything's made to order. So I can make things smaller, bigger, funky shapes, you name it. Super fun.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll be ordering something here probably tomorrow.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll
And
make
then
you whatever you'd like. A couple different things. If you want to do anything for like your raffle fundraiser,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%. It's going in my basket.
Dang it.
We have to compete. We all get to make our own baskets, and it's going in mine.
yours is gonna win.
Awesome.
now.
Really proud of you, and congratulations
you.
on the baby girl being, what'd you say, 3 pounds now?
Almost 3 pounds.
Woo!
28 weeks today. We're getting there.
I
That's gonna
love
be
it.
chunky baby.
Uh-huh. I know. It's crazy.
I love
So
baby.
cool. All righty. Well, thanks for coming on. And
Yeah.
everybody out there, give Casey some love. Click her link, check her stuff out, and then know that in my raffle bag, you are seeing the designer of one of the gifts.
Thank you. Love you
You're
guys.
welcome.
It
Love you
might
too.
End up in mine.
Bye.
Bye. Right on.
Oh, it's got a little split of that.
Yep, that's
Ah,
that.
Beautiful. That stuff's amazing looking. I wish I
Yeah,
was that
she's
creative.
talented. That's my little niece. Oh, my very first niece, actually. No, well, yeah, she's older than Wyatt. That's my first niece. Wow, that girl is the reason I'm an uncle. I didn't become an uncle until she was born. Pretty crazy.
Great way to become an uncle. She said thank you.
All right. So children raised in addictive families learn that it is not safe to trust others with real issues in their lives. Who do you not trust with real issues in your life? And you know what? It was when I was at work in my old job, I would go to my group therapy, and you trust all these people with these issues, right? You know, these real issues in your life. And the conversation is so fresh and honest, and it just felt so, it was like a wonderful breath of cool, fresh air. And then I would go to work, and it was back to the cliches and the how you doings that are just fake, and these small conversations that meant nothing. And I hated it. And I wasn't going to open up there because I didn't trust anybody, because the person I was talking to was gossiping about the person over there. And I'm just like, you know what? This sucks. And children raised in these type of families, they don't feel safe talking to people with real issues. And us addicts don't either when we come out into, coming out of our addiction into group therapies and AA meetings and NA meetings. It's a tough thing to open up like that. There you go, Jake. There it is again.
Andrew, I'm gonna make a good basket. It's gonna turn out good.
What did he say?
He's rooting for me.
Andrew's here for you, Andrew.
Yes.
To trust another means investing confidence, reliance, and faith in that person. Confidence, reliance, and faithfulness are virtues often missing in the addictive home. You hear that? What's missing in an addictive home? Reliance, faithfulness are virtues often missing. Reliance and faithfulness.
So hold on. He said it won't let him click in the chat, so you're gonna have to send it to his phone.
If you had an iPhone, we wouldn't be having this problem. Now you know how Felice
Nobody's
feels.
more stubborn than an Android user switching
Well,
to iPhone.
And
We don't switch. Our freedom's gone.
Psst.
Our freedom's gone.
I don't even hold on. You're ruining the show now, man.
He likes his leg. No, his LG. I read that wrong.
I like my LG.
Oh, is Teeter in the house?
Yeah, Teeter's in the house.
The Broncos lost, I heard.
By 2 points, the Broncos lost.
Christine's iPad won't let her click either.
Oh, really?
So much for the Apple.
Well, then it's in your settings, obviously.
All that pops up is actions, report, and block. Ba-ba-ba.
Yes.
Okay, so since Teeter put this up here, I'm going to jump into it right quick. And I want to get back into the discussion on don't trust, right? Because that's what we're taught not to do. and we just continue to do that as we become addicts. But so Michael Teeter has sponsored a fundraiser for Recovering Addict to cover the cost here in this building, to cover the cost of the electronics, gas to and from, and just to help support Recovering Addict to stay on the mission that we're on. And he sent us some money to go buy gift baskets, and he's challenged each of us. This is Teeter. All right, I should make him come on here and explain it all.
Yeah, Teeter.
I think from now on, after tonight, Teeter gets to come on to help us promote this, because he is the man driving this. If you're part of Discord and Facebook, you'll have seen his surprise posts. It just came out of nowhere. He did it. But he wants me to build a basket out of my personality, out of my creativity for my basket, right? And then Fleece is going to do one. Link's going to build him a basket, and Millie is going to build. So we're going to have 5 baskets, and then we're going to build one together. And then we're going to raffle them off. Each raffle ticket is $5, and if you pay 20, you get one ticket for 5, 5 for 20. So you get an extra ticket if you put 20 in there, and then you can decide which raffle basket you want to put it in. We'll probably throw up our Venmo and PayPal. We'll keep track of it that way. You decide, which you can do Venmo and then just say LT, Venmo, or PayPal and say LT, because that's the basket you're going to want. And then, what did we decide? We haven't decided on the exact date. We were thinking maybe 1 month. That gives us 12 shows, 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 shows to promote it. We still got to buy the baskets, so we haven't officially launched it yet, but that is coming. Thank you, Michael Teeter, for the fundraising idea.
He said he'll come on and promote.
Okay.
I'm loving this Android iPhone battle. They're like, mine works, mine doesn't work.
If you have an Android, it don't work.
Says my Android, let me click. And then Jake said, good job, Tiara's phone.
Good job, Tiara's phone.
You guys are killing me. Oh, now Christine's works.
That's funny. So, yeah, thank you to Michael Teeter for that.
He's got this.
Hashtag to specify the basket. So this is the hashtag you're going to want to put for sure.
My computer don't work. It's dead.
So, okay, back to content, because you know what? This is recovery, right? Okay, we're having fun in recovery. That's another thing we got to learn how to do, is have fun in recovery. I'm going to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different examples from these people of reasons that they don't trust. So Joan, she says, can't count on her mom to be attentive about what she has to say after coming home from school. Joan's mom doesn't smile after hearing about something funny, nor is she sensitive to Joan's sadness. Usually, Joan's mom is preoccupied with what happened or didn't happen last night as a result of Dad's drinking. Joan's mom is so preoccupied with drunk Dad and what he did last night that she is socially distanced, emotionally distanced from her children. So now Joan can't trust her mom to be there for her, right? Carl doesn't trust people to see his feelings are important. He may be angry about something that happened on the way home from school, but he usually doesn't say anything about it because there's enough to be angry about at home. Who needs more? Besides, they wouldn't understand. So he doesn't.
Can I add something to that? Every day, when you and your parents get home from school and work, you should talk about all the things you were angry about, and all the things that made you happy.
That's a good idea, bud.
That's a very good idea, buddy. So Dan cannot trust the decisions his parents make. He can't rely on his dad to remember a promise to go to a ball game on a weekend or permission that he gave Dan to spend the night at a friend's house. Go up to Dad drunk and ask him some questions. Hey, Dad, can I spend the night? Yeah, sure, go ahead. That's a great idea. The next day, Dad, I'm going to Billy's to sleep over. No, you're not. I didn't say you could do that. And the kid's just like, dang, yeah, you did last night. Dad don't remember because he's drunk. Trust issues. So Dan cannot count on his mom to support him if Dad goes back on his word. And now Karen. Karen cannot rely on her mom to be sober for her birthday, Thanksgiving, or Christmas. While Karen cannot rely on her mom for sobriety during special occasion, Jason knows his mother will drink on those holidays. He said the uncertainty, the never knowing for sure how his stepfather was going to handle mom's drunkenness was most confusing for him. Craziness, huh? Not trusting. The tentacles of addiction and how far and wide they affect, and then how long they affect. It's crazy. In order for children to trust, they must feel safe. They need to be able to depend on their parents for friendly help, concern, and guidance in response to their physical and emotional needs. In addictive homes, however, children often cannot rely on parents to provide safety. So what we can learn from this book, you may not be the child of an addict or an alcoholic. You may have grown up in a perfectly fine home and became an addict. And so if that's the case, you can learn what not to do. If you have children and you've made these mistakes, you can correct them. And if you have grown up as this type of child, you can start kind of understanding where this stuff is stemming from as you're working your program, as we think through this book and what happened to us as children. My dad he was addicted. He was an addict. He may not have been from ages, I don't know, 0 to 18. He may not have been using substances, but he was addicted. He had an eating disorder. He could not commit to keeping a job. He had all these emotional issues. He's stuck at this very moment in what's that term?
Arrested development.
He's got arrested development. And I had to grow up in that inconsistent house of, I remember so we move in with my grandma after my mom and dad get a divorce. And I remember him and my grandma, his mom, getting in fights, and me and my sister stuffing our sleeping bag full of clothes, getting ripped out of the house. I don't even know where we would go, but then it was back the next day. And then, everything's normal for a minute. And, that happened multiple times. And he wasn't using, but now he is. Now he's using. He's been using, he's been on and off Adderall and all. So I've had to live and deal with it. It's affected me. It's how I learned and all that kind of stuff. Typical Karen. Who's that?
I'm thinking your first story.
Oh.
Was her name Karen?
Merc. It's difficult to trust a person who consistently embarrasses, humiliates, disappoints, or puts you in physical jeopardy. It is even more difficult to trust when family members minimize, rationalize, and or blatantly deny certain events are taking place. What's that called? Gaslighting? Like that's
Denial?
Gaslighting, right? You guys have heard of the term gaslighting. It's like when all this craziness is going on around you, but you pay no mind and you act like it's not there. And the other person starts to feel crazy because they're like, hey, look at all this weird stuff happening. Oh, what are you talking about? Blatantly deny certain events are even taking place. That's right. Team LT. Good job, Michael Teeter.
It says Team Police.
Teeter is voting for me.
Team Links. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Broncos all day, Teeter.
You guys are Broncos fans. It's not fair. So part of feeling safe is feeling security, right? Jake, you going to jump in here and give us our quote of the day since Cassie's not here? So part of feeling safe is the feeling security. The security is seldom present for any length of time in addictive homes. Tim comes home from school one day to discover his dad lost his job for the 4th time in 3 years. It means the family will be moving again. For Tim, it means giving up some newfound friends at school that was just beginning to become familiar to him. And it means giving up the opportunity to make more friends through Little League, which he just joined, another disappointment. Tammy finds out her dad gave away her purebred pet rabbits to a drinking buddy. She had been raising them from bunnies with the intention of entering them into a county fair. Another hope shattered, right? David, he learns the family's long-planned summer vacation has to be canceled because dad loaned the vacation money to a stranger he met at a local bar. Another promise broken. Children are continually confronted with reasons to become insecure in their surroundings, to not trust.
Somebody popped in.
Doy. Everybody know what time it is?
Jake time.
It is time for no, not Cassie. This is Jake Brown. I want to call him Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake Brown. But he's so much cooler than that dude. He's got bigger arms, a better beard. The dude's just all around cool.
I'm gonna call him Bearded Jake.
Bearded Jake, what you got for us, homie?
I don't know. I wasn't ready for a quote. I didn't realize that's what we were doing.
Off the top of your head, what you got?
1, 2, 3, go.
There's an ear and some beard. Look at that
Oh. Well, so so off the top of my head, like, recovery, it's a 24-hour program. It's a lot of pain. Arnold Schwarzenegger has a thing that he said that growth is pain. I want growth. So for me, pain is pleasure.
Yes. Love that quote.
That's a good quote. That was a good off the top of your head quote.
That was really good, dude. So what's your sobriety date? How long you been clean?
March 1st, 2020.
Nice. 6 months you're going on, or you're passing 6
Coming
months?
Coming up on 7.
Coming up on 7 months. What have you been doing to practice that Arnold quote?
Pain train. Like today I was starting to feel a way about not training last week. So I ran a mile and it was terrible, but, like it sucked. It sucked. My pace was off. My wind was barely there. Like I felt stupid. I felt dumb.
Because you just lost a little stamina? You lost a little stamina?
I just lost my rhythm. I haven't really been doing, but then I also, I don't know, I felt dumb, but then I also thought about the nasty bike ride home from the studio, like all up hills and trying not to hit the bearing and the crankshaft just wrong so that it loses tension and kicks me off like a Bronco. Yeah. So
I want to tell everybody about the first time I met you. So okay. I joined SOAR. Jake's already transitioned. He's done his 90 days at SOAR, but he's part of the program now. He's teaching on Sundays and stuff. But it's a Saturday morning, and our mission is to jog, 5 blocks that way and then over and get some coffee. I haven't jogged in like 5 years. And all of a sudden we jog to the temple. Felice and I make it to the temple, 20 minutes later. And I'm like, where's Jake? He's just like gone. He's already at the coffee shop. He ran so fast. I was just like, dang, this dude's in shape. That was my first experience meeting you. So.
He reminds me of like the tortoise and the hare. You know how the hare would like stop and take naps?
Oh, yeah. Jake's over there drinking coffee.
That's what he does in his hammocks.
Oh, yeah. He busts out his hammock.
Oh, we're just like, meep.
No, like I said, I earn my sleep. I earn my hammock time.
Oh yeah.
Like that Hidden Valley hike. I got an hour of hammock time before anybody else showed up.
Yeah, that was like a 4-hour hike, and you were an hour ahead of everybody.
That was a cool experience for me, though. Like getting up there and just sitting in the trees.
Yeah.
Like it was cool. It was cool. Like Hawk was telling me about asking some women if they'd seen some big scary dude with a beard. They're like, yeah, he's pushing really hard. What's he training for? He's just trying to outtrain his mind.
Heck yeah. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, John says. That's awesome, bro. That's a great quote off the top of your head. And then me and Jake. Oh, let's make Merc jealous. Merc, Jake and I, tomorrow, we're using chainsaws. We're cutting trees.
Chainsaws. I'm going to wear a flannel.
I'm going to wear a Carhartt bibs.
That's also a must.
And I got boots.
You need like beanies.
I've got boots on.
I got a beanie.
Like
Mighty.
The lumberjack cartoon guy.
Merc left, he said.
I might even wear some earmuffs.
I will be 100%.
All right, that's enough. Stop it.
Dad, you gotta show him that picture we're picking down the tree.
Yeah, later. Cool. All right, brother. Thanks for coming on. Anything else you want to add?
Oh yeah. Stay savage.
100%.
At the end of the day, just ask yourself, what have you done for your recovery today?
Yeah. What have you done for your recovery today? That's good.
Yeah.
Right on, brother. I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Yes, sir.
Later.
Bye, Dick.
Later.
That's a good one. Pain train. Stay savage. What have you done for your recovery today? Think about that before you go to bed. What did I do to enhance my recovery today? Or did I just go on the mellow line? Did I just take it easy, which is going to, we're trying to become the best us we can be. And if we're not continuing to move up that down escalator, we're going to end up going down. I love the Arnold quote. Arnold wanted to get big, and he curled and curled and curled, and it hurt. It hurts to do that. Your arm starts to ache, right? It burns, but you push through 5, 6 more through that burn because the reward is going to be growth. So therefore, he saw the pain as pleasure. And the same application to recovery is beautiful. BEAU to full. That's right. Chains and saws, Sheree. Very nice. Very nice there. All right. Back to our book. We got 10 minutes left. So you can see how trust is such a horrible thing. Ripped from children, right? Joe describes his inability to trust this way. He says, trust? ? My dad couldn't ever seem to take care of himself wherever he was. There was always a problem at home, at work, with the car, with the grandparents, with friends. If he couldn't take care of himself, how is he going to take care of me? No, I could not trust him for anything. And my mom, she was there, but that's all I can say. She was physically there, but I don't remember her ever trying to help us cope or understand. She just simply was there. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
How you doing? Glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. Children constantly hear mixed messages which teach distrust. A parent often gives a child false information intentionally in a feeble effort to protect the child from reality. Does anybody tell those white lies to their children to protect them from reality? A mother may tell the children that she is happy when she's actually miserable. A father may reassure a child that nothing is wrong when the child can see mother is acting strangely. The child is confused because one message is coming from his parents' words and contradictory message from the body movement, tones of voice, and things like that. Such confusing messages propel the child into a life of second guessing what is really happening. Well, they're telling me this one thing, and I believe them. That's my mom and dad, but that's not what I'm seeing. Things are, body language, tone of voice is something that you understand it early in life. That's the first language we learn.
Yeah, faces and eyes don't lie.
Yeah, faces and eyes. If you ever noticed, I always notice it, and I notice it in myself. If I'm in a bad mood or if something just really yanked my anxiety, just like ripped it through my chest, right? There's like muscles in your face that you can't control. Even if you're trying to put on the fake smile and look happy, there's just something that's like they just sag or something. I don't know what it is. They lose tension, and you can't bring that up without the true emotion. I don't know, and that's something that is very easily seen. John V dropping the Australia's flags.
The expression.
Shree needs to teach them how to use a knife.
Knife.
Adrian says, I decided to sit in the bushes and troll today, but you couldn't help it. You had to say something. We're glad
you did.
So glad you did. Yeah, eyes are a giveaway. How does your wife know you're drunk? I covered up the smell. And as soon as I take a sip, my eyes give me away.
Its eyes don't lie.
Eyes don't lie. The single most important ingredient in nurturing relationship is honesty. So here it goes back to our question from Discord of how do we talk to our children, right? The single most important ingredient in a nurturing relationship is honesty. No child can trust or be expected to trust unless those around him are also open and honest about their own feelings. Addicted people lose their ability to be honest as the disease progresses. The further into the disease you get, the more dishonest you become. As the addict continues to drink or use, he has to rationalize his negative actions and do it extremely well in order to continue his behavior. An addict's life is consumed with feelings of guilt, shame, anxiety, and remorse, causing him to drink or use all the more in an attempt to escape. It becomes a never-ending cycle because of the psychology and physical addiction. Enabling parents are fearful of being honest with their children. They don't want them to experience the same pain they are feeling. Moreover, they don't want to acknowledge that the problem exists in the first place. So trying to save the child from the pain and then not even wanting to really deal with it yourself is two reasons that we tell the lies. Everything's fine, honey. The child sees something else.
They don't know what their child is thinking.
Jerry calls me out. That's 100%, Brittany. So true.
People know. That's why I'll just be like, I'll be all right later. I'll be all right. I'm never say I'm okay. I'll be all right.
And us in recovery, and it says a person takes a risk when he or she reaches out to trust another. And that's something now we have to overcome as addicts and alcoholics. We've learned not to trust either because of guilt. We know how much we lie, so we assume everybody else is lying, or we've been lied to, burned many bridges, and had bridges burned on us, right? And so now we're in recovery. We're sitting in a group circle, and we're told, be honest. If you're not honest, this isn't going to work. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's a risk. And that's a risk a lot of people aren't willing to take. They're so used to lying that it's almost knee-jerk reaction. Even if they weren't trying to lie, they'll just lie. You been drinking today? No. Instead of just, yeah, I screwed up. I drank. Instead of being honest, or downplaying it. Hey, how's your sobriety going over the last week? I had a little baby slip up. What does that look like? I pounded a fifth. That's not a slip up. You relapsed. You could, and if you do that every couple of days, every 3 or 4 days, you're in relapse. You are not in recovery. A slip is what I think I did. A lapse is what we call it. You got lapse and relapse, right? A lapse. I drank 3 shots of whiskey 47 days in. I haven't had a drop since. That was a lapse. You can, like that book told us to, look at it like a diet. If you screw up on your diet, you're trying to eat clean, no sugar, you're at somebody's house and you eat a donut, right? Dang it. You ate a donut, you lapsed on your diet, but the next day you get right back on your diet, you're doing good, and you march forward. A relapse would be throwing your diet out the window. On the way home, you grab a couple of Cokes, and then on the next day you're eating Lucky Charms for breakfast and waffles for lunch, and you just throw your whole diet away. That's a relapse. So I really want to read this part right here because this is a good life lesson for us parents. Children need focused attention. Focused attention represents not only physically being with a child, but also interacting with a child in a way that says, you have all of my attention, mentally and emotionally. Focused attention says to a child, I care. It's important for me to be with you. Children are highly sensitive to the degree of focused attention they receive. A child receives no sense of value from a parent who are forever absorbed in their own affairs. While children don't need exclusive attention, it is a lack of focused attention when others never have the time to truly be with them. That causes them to feel unimportant. As a parent's addiction progresses, it fuels isolation that makes him less available to his children, as well as the co-addict becoming increasingly preoccupied with both the addicted and her own helplessness and hopelessness, decreasing her availability as a resource for the child. So I don't need to spend 24/7 with Link just focused on him 24/7. I can go about my business doing my busy work, but when Link and I have moments together at night before bed, I focus on him and he has my full attention when he's talking to me. That's why a lot of the times, 80%, 60%, 70%, I'll play cards. It's not the game I particularly love because I'd rather play golf than 31. But
Hey, half the cards.
but I'll, sometimes I'm on my phone just doing nothing and I don't feel like it. But you know what? I'll throw the phone down. All right, bud, let's play some 31. And it's just, 10, 15 minutes at those types of moments throughout the day of focused. You have my full attention. I'm watching your body language. I'm asking you questions. We're interacting. You got me, son. I'm here. You're important to me. I love you.
Or that when they're like, hey, mom, watch this. And you like half watch and they know.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and my parents would do that. It would drive me absolutely
Oh, I
bonkers.
hated that.
So I try not to do it to these guys. They're like, you're not even looking. Like, I'm looking. I swear.
Hey, mom, watch this. Okay. What? Oh, I missed it.
Hey, right?
Right.
Huh? Just like I did right there. Because I was typing.
Better than 21, 31. 31's pretty fun. Hey, from Brazil.
Whoa, what's
What up,
going
Paulo?
on? Paulo Vix. Good to see you from Brazil. Shout out. Thank you. Are you in recovery? Well, how'd you find us? And what is your experience with recovery? If you feel like it, drop it. Let us know. Drop it like it's
You
hot.
see Mandolin's comment? She said,
Oh, hi, Jake.
I didn't start getting clean till COVID. Due to that, honesty in groups has been easy. Kind of nervous going to in-person
In-person
meetings
meetings.
when they open back up.
I take baby steps. In your first year of recovery, you don't have to talk. I would get up, get your chips. And if they say, hey, how'd you do it? Just say, I worked my program and sit down. I mean, if you don't want to get out there, but always get up and take your chip because that's going to inspire somebody that has less sobriety than you. I'm proud of you for doing that. That's due to that honesty in groups has been
Easy.
good. Excuse me. That's good, Mandy. Keep it up. And you're on the Discord and opening up in there. Like I know Big Hump. You watching Big Hump? He's been taking baby steps through the digital side. It's a good distance, but yet you can still kind of put yourself out there, a little bit of vulnerability, and you get, everybody's comfort zone is different. Mine's like huge. But some people's is only like this, right? And they're in this little comfort zone. But as soon as you step out of your comfort zone, it gets a little bigger. And so challenge yourself, step out of that comfort zone and it'll get bigger. And I've forced myself since I learned that in my early teens about the comfort zone because I was kind of shy, didn't, say much, put myself out there. But then I learned and I had all these crazy thoughts, and I was about just the way that my personality is and wanted to let it out, but didn't dare to. And I learned about this stinking thing about stepping out of your comfort zone. And so I've forced myself in all kinds of situations. And now I can walk into a room full of 100 people and just start talking. I can get on here live. I can hit record and make mistakes and not care. You know what I mean? I can put myself out there, possible failure, and move on. I'm fine.
And if y'all are feeling down, just look at my eyes.
Oh my God.
What's going on with your eyes?
Are you tired?
So since the accident, this eye right here,
Looks
this is the one that almost popped out when he got crushed. He got his head crushed. And so it's lazy. And now he can control this one. Go like that. Creepy.
Just look at my eyes.
So while children can and do survive, problems arise in their lives because their environmental circumstances have made it possible for them to feel safe and secure or to rely on or trust others. Trust is one of those vital character building blocks children need in order to develop into healthy adults. Being raised in an addictive family structure often denies or distorts this portion of child's development. Chuck at age 6 says, I have a hard time trusting my mom, in quotes.
I love you too, Sherry.
So if you have children, if you have friends, if you have parents, if you know anybody around you, your goal is to now be the person they can trust through being consistent, reliable, honest, attentive, when you're in their presence. Every moment is a special moment. If you think about, I don't know what your views are on how old the earth is or whatever your theology is.
Any flat earthers out there?
But their world has been around for thousands and thousands of years, right? And we get to be together at this certain moment. The average earth on life is 72 years, and our paths crossed. And some people's paths cross physically in front of each other. Take advantage. The chances of that happening, every person you meet is special. So look at it that way.
Yep, my eyes are definitely special.
Link your.
Oh, Jake left. I was about to click on him.
Jake, is it because I called you a flat earther? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Not a flat earther.
I was kidding. Come back. LT started it.
You're welcome. I'm glad that helps. That keeps us going, gives us strength to continue. You know, so it's hard, especially with this new adventure I'm on with SOAR. I'm working with another girl, and we're like marketing SOAR. We're trying to get SOAR to explode, and Recovering Addict is in part of that. And I'm doing their videos, I'm doing their marketing, running some of their groups, you know, just stuff like that, or helping run the groups. And then I got Recovering Addict, and I got to keep this afloat too. And, you know, it just gets hectic. And then I try to go out and earn a little bit of money because I quit a good job, y'all. And so tomorrow I'm going to cut a tree up, and today I mowed lawns. So I'm out there grinding, y'all. But thank you for your positive reinforcement that we're helping you, because if we're helping you, then this is so worth it. And that's why we're here.
And Jake, I'm sorry I called you a flat earther.
Jake is not a flat earther. Is there a God? Sure.
Thank you, Adrian.
Cool. All right. You ready?
Yes.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Yeah, y'all hit that like button on your way out the door. Oh, sorry, John. There it is.
Thanks.
What did Dad say?
You trying to get me the flat? The earth is not flat. Well, it's up for debate.
You're about to get unadopted, Des. We recover better together by staying safe, staying sane, staying strong, and staying sober. You're worth it. Good night, family. I love y'all. So it is Tuesday. Thanks, Mom. Glad you're here. Love you. Hope your back's feeling better. Where am I in this little program here? Today is Tuesday. We will be back Thursday night, and we are going to go through. So we just got through the trust one. Now the next one is going to be don't feel. No emotions, please. Don't feel. Just be. And we will talk about that Thursday night. And until then, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation, just like my shirt says on the back. Yeah, I'll show y'all. Check it out. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. See, it says, stay strong, work your program. Don't put yourself in a high-risk situation. We recover better together.
Do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we recover better together.